Good morning, distinguished guests, faculty members, and participants. With the blessings of our founder chairman, Tirudi Sudarshanam, Tirudi Dureswamy, chairman, Tirudi Paranthaman, vice chairman, Tirudi Dasharathan, secretary, Thiru S. Amarnath, correspondent, Thiru S. Gopinath, joint secretary, Tirumadi D. Saraswati, director Sudarshanam Vidyashram, Dr. S. Aravind, Director SA College of Arts and Science, Tirudi Sabarinath, Director SA Engineering College, Tirupati Venkatesh Raja, Correspondent SA College of Arts and Science and Sudarshanam Vidyashram. We are gathered here for the second international conference on advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning in Big Data Processing 2024, organized by Department of CSE, SA Engineering College.
SA Engineering College, an autonomous institution, was established by the Ramanaya Educational and Charitable Trust. SA Engineering College is approved by AAIMB and affiliated to Anna University, Chennai. Our college offers undergraduate courses like B.Tech Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, B.E. Civil Engineering, B.Tech Computer Science and Business Systems, B.E. Computer Science and Engineering, B.E. CSE Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, B.E. CSE Cyber Security, B.E. Electronics and Communication Engineering, B.E. Electronics Engineering, B.E. Electrical and Electronics Engineering, B.Tech Information Technology, B.E. Mechanical Engineering. Postgraduate courses like MBA Master of Business Administration, MCA Master of Computer Application, ME CAD/CAM, ME Communication Systems, ME Computer Science and Engineering, ME Embedded Systems Technologies, and also PhD courses.
Let's begin our event by bringing in a sense of serenity and togetherness with the Tamil Thai Vartha. We kindly request everyone to rise from your seats as we pay homage to our beloved Tamil Thai. Thank you. All of you, please be seated.
The light of the lamp guides us through the challenges ahead and inspires us to strive for excellence in all our endeavors. We now invite all the dignitaries on the dais to come forward and do the honor of lighting the ceremonial lamp.
Thank you, everyone. Now, let's officially start this enlightening event by welcoming everyone. It is our pleasure to invite Dr. R. Geeta ma'am, Head of CSE Department, who has been a driving force behind the conference to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning to everyone gathered here. With the blessings of our founder chairman, Thirudi Sudarsanam sir, I take privilege in welcoming you all to the second international conference organized by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering on the topic Advances in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning in Data Processing. The world's most valuable resource is no longer oil, but it is data. It was famously published by The Economist in 2017. In today's data-driven world, the exponential growth of data has become a double-edged sword. While it presents unprecedented opportunities for innovation and discovery, it also poses significant challenges in terms of storage, processing, and analysis. This conference is a testament to the critical role that AI and ML play in addressing these challenges and unlocking the full potential of big data. The fusion of AI, ML, and big data has led to the transformative advancements across various domains. For example, in healthcare, it is enabling early disease detection, personalized medicine, and drug discovery. In finance, it is powering algorithmic trading, fraud detection, and risk assessment. If you take energy sector, it is optimizing energy consumption, predicting demand, and facilitating new energy integration. The list goes on, encompassing fields like transformation, agriculture, and even the arts field. So this conference aims to bring together brilliant minds from academia and industry to explore the latest breakthroughs, challenges, and future directions in this exciting field. With this note, I take great privilege in extending a heartfelt welcome to everyone for this esteemed international conference. Behind every successful institution is a leader who believes in nurturing excellence. We are deeply honored by the presence of our esteemed correspondent, sir, Sri S. Amarnath, whose dedication and foresight have always propelled our institution towards global recognition. Sir, your encouragement is the backbone of our achievements. Welcome you, sir. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. We are privileged to welcome our distinguished chief guest, Sri Krishna Balagurunadan, Chief Mentor of Mavericks, AVP Early Career Survey, an innovator and thought leader in the field of computer science. Sir, your expertise and contributions are paving the way for transforming challenges in the world. Welcome you, sir. Science knows no state or city, because knowledge belongs to humanity and is the torch which illuminates this world. We are proudly honored to have with us the esteemed Joint Secretary Srimati A. Dhanalakshmi Madam from the Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi. Welcome you, ma'am. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision to reality. We are fortunate to have such a visionary leader, our Principal Dr. S. Ramachandran, whose unwavering guidance and support have laid the foundation. Welcome you, sir. I extend a warm welcome to the professors and heads of various disciplines for joining us at the conference. Alone we can do little, but together we can do so much. Our faculty members are the architects of knowledge and discovery. I welcome and thank all our teaching and non-teaching faculty and others for being the guiding light behind today's conference. Learning never exhausts the mind. To our enthusiastic participants, your curiosity and eagerness to learn are the true driving forces of innovation. I extend a warm welcome to all the national participants across the country and the international participants from USA, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Libya, Iraq, Botswana, and Eastern South Africa, who are going to present their papers in this conference in online and offline modes. Once again, I welcome everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for the warm welcome, ma'am. To kick things off, we are excited to introduce the heart and soul of today's event, the team that will guide us through this wonderful journey of learning. It is now our honor to welcome Dr. M. Anuradha, Professor of CSE Department, who will be sharing the theme of our conference.
Good morning to all. With great pleasure and honor, I present to you our conference theme. Last year we hosted the first international conference on the AAIMB Springer series. The proceedings, which included 51 papers, were divided into 3 volumes under the category of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and then deep learning, and it published in the Communications in Computer and Information Science Springer book series with Scopus indexed. Our second international conference on AAIMB 2024 is today, and 433 papers from different nations across the world, including Libya, Iraq, USA, Malaysia, Botswana, and Saudi Arabia, have been submitted to us online using the Conference Management Toolkit. To evaluate the caliber of the article, we assign both internal and external reviewers from different colleges across the globe. We ensured the scope, innovation, and technical characteristics through a double-blind review process. We have chosen 51 articles for track 1, that is under ISBN proceedings, and 59 papers for track 2, that is Springer proceedings, to be published and indexed in Scopus based on the editor's recommendation. Thank you all.
Thank you for sharing the conference theme, ma'am. To set the tone and provide insights into the significance of this carnival, it is an honor to have our esteemed principal, Dr. S. Ramachandran sir, to share his wisdom to the gathering.
We request Dr. S. Ramachandran sir to give the felicitation address.
Respected Chief Guest, Sri Krishna Balagurunadan, Chief Mentor, Mavericks, ABP, Early Careers, Exara, Chennai. Respected Guest of Honor, Srimati A. Dhanalakshmi, Joint Secretary, Administration, Ministry of Science and Technology, DST, New Delhi, India. And respected Correspondent of SC Engineering College, Through S. Amarnath. And respected HOD, CSE. And senior faculty members and coordinator of this conference. It is the second international conference on advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning in big data processing. So nowadays, everywhere the AI is completely sprawling all over the world in every area, like it is omnipotent, omniscience, so it is having completely widespread all over the area. The entire domain it occupied. So even medical or agriculture or engineering, so everywhere the AI is being completely coupled. So in that way, whether we like or not, whether knowingly or unknowingly, we are using that AI, even when we are using the cell phone, mobile phone, so automatically we are used to have that AI enabled technology. And also even computers, you are every day you are using the Facebook, Twitter and other Instagram, social media network, so everywhere, even Google, if you are doing the search, Google search engines, so everywhere the AI has already coupled, so it is a very important emerging technology, everyone should know about that one. So what we have learned, that should be completely evaluated with the reference to the entire world. So for that only we are conducting this conference. So all over the world, what is the actually moment of what is the milestone of this area? So you have to evaluate. So for that we have conducted this conference and many more area, other countries we have received the papers very well appreciated. So in that way we can definitely we can know the performance, where we are standing and what are the technology we have to learn, and still more we can go. So all those things we can learn. So in that way, our management, particularly our correspondent sir, has given complete freedom and encouragement to go along with the AI-enabled technology. The smart working, well-strategic planning, and positive motivated leader. Any task given able to understand and do in a different way. And also the fast-changing world, you will adapt to the technology. It is none other than our sponsor. That way, we are very much happy to work under you, sir. Thank you so much. And also, we already know that Idhanai இதனால் இவன் முடிக்கும் என்றாய்ந்து அதனை அவன் கண் விடல். ஸோ இந்த குரலுக்கு ஏற்ப நம்ம கரஸ்பாண்டன்ட் சார் நம்ம அனைவரையும் டைரக்ட் செய்து நன்றாக செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார். இந்த வகையில் நான் மிகவும் சந்தோஷமான இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில் பங்கேற்று எங்களை எல்லாம் ஊக்கப்படுத்தக்கூடிய வகையில் வந்திருக்கும் கரஸ்பாண்டன்ட் சார் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். So in that way, so definitely this conference definitely will be a very great successful one. So I appreciate the opportunity given to me and also the members who have contributed for this conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts.
We are truly honored to have our correspondent sir with us today, whose contribution and expertise have greatly enriched our college. It is now our privilege to invite our correspondent, Mr. S. Amarnath, who will be delivering a special address to set the tone for the next phase of our discussions. Welcome, sir.
Greetings to everyone. At this wonderful morning, with a pleasant climate outside and a very pleasant climate inside, with the presence of Sri Krishna Balagurunathan and Srimati A. Dhanalakshmi, it is a privilege to stand before you to address this conference. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And standing before you to talk something on technology is not an easy task, where I am very poor in technology. But it is no other way that everyone has to adopt artificial intelligence and machine learning in your daily life. No other choice to go. This is going to be the future. Thank you, sir, for making all your effort to be here. Madam, thank you for coming here all the way from Delhi to address our students and to enhance the conference here. Thank you. Talking something about artificial intelligence and machine learning, I would like to share two of my personal experiences in this. What artificial intelligence can do for everyone and machine learning can do for everyone, and what has it done and how you should adopt to it. Who all should adopt to it? Artificial intelligence and machine learning increases the efficiency of an organization. See, today technology is for the betterment of human mankind. It is not to spoil anyone, it is to enhance your life skills, it is enhance your lifestyles. So you need to adopt technology accordingly on a better way. In this way, it increases your efficiency and it also helps you to take better decisions. Increasing the efficiency in work and to take better decisions in your profession or in your business is more than something that you do today. You need to cross your limits, you need to cross your boundaries, you need to fix new boundaries. For that, this tool will be very much helpful. Secondly, any business for the matter, or any activity you do, there must be someone, a recipient of it. You do something and someone has to receive it. When someone has to receive it, when you utilize these tools, it gives a better experience for the other person also. So that you collaborate with them and he also collaborates with you or with the others, and it develops the organization, it develops your skills, it develops your business or whatever it is. That's how it goes, and it has also got a competition with you. Parallelly, a competition will also arise. Once the competition arises, it is up to your bravery, it is up to your firmness, it is up to your agility to go forward with the world going faster. This is how you need to adopt AI and ML. Now I'll try to share two of my personal experiences which I came across in my life. I was talking with a very senior person in Ashok Leyland very recently. You know, many of them know what Ashok Leyland is. It is a company which is manufacturing trucks. They are pioneers in truck manufacturing throughout this country. And they also export their trucks to many parts of Asian countries also. They wanted to create a system that alerts the driver when the clutch is going to fail. How many more kilometers will this vehicle run with this clutch? That is what they wanted to analyze. So they engaged a very senior, very big technological company to do this. And finally, after 2 years of work, this company could not do, and they failed in it. The technological company failed in it. Secondly, in-house, Ashok Leyland started doing this work in-house, and they were able to do it. This is one part. Second part, recently when it comes to business and finance, I asked, there were some issues in financial aspects of our businesses. So I asked some of my team members to give me a solution where AI or ML can support this. Instantly my team said, they are all engineers, we have got about 50-60 computer science engineers inside our campus. Instantly they said, we don't know the business aspects which is involved inside, so we are unable to give you an answer for this. Now, the best solution for this is, every individual, every professional must adopt himself into this technology, to learn this technology, to utilize this technology. You can't depend on computer science engineers alone to do something for a mechanical engineer. Every mechanical engineer has to learn how to embed artificial intelligence and machine learning into his system of working. This is how every field has to work. This is going to be the order of the day. So try to change yourself. The third experience which I got is, January 24, I went to meet a good friend of mine. He told me something about bot engines, which is very simple to configure. I said, I will learn, I will use it in my business, in my system. From that day till today, I am not able to learn it because of the disturbances which I get in my surroundings. I am not able to concentrate, I am not able to focus on it. If I had done it to solve the disturbances which I am getting daily, my business would have thrived 10 times more than what I am doing today. So, my request to everyone is, try to adopt with technology. Technology is not to spoil anyone. Technology is to enhance your well-being in the society. Thank you very much.
We deeply appreciate the time and thought you put into sharing your expertise and perspective with us. Your words have undoubtedly sparked new ideas and will continue to resonate with us throughout the event. Thank you once again for your contribution and for being such an important part of our conference, sir.
We are proud to present these proceedings as a valuable resource for those seeking deeper insights into the topics discussed and the innovations explored during this conference. To mark this moment, we would like to invite all the dignitaries to kindly come forward and officially release the conference proceedings. Thank you everyone for this important moment. We are excited that the proceedings are now available for all the participants and will continue to serve as a valuable reference for years to come.
As a small symbol of our gratitude for the invaluable support and wisdom, we request our esteemed correspondent Mr. S. Amarnath sir to honor our chief guest Sri Balagurunath sir.
Thank you, sir. We request our principal, Dr. S. Ramachandran, sir, to honor our chief guest, Srimati A. Dhanalakshmi, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. We request our principal, sir, to honor our correspondent Mr. S. Amarnath, sir.
Thank you, sir. We request our correspondent, Mr. S. Amarnath, sir, to honor our principal, Dr. S. Ramachandran, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Hemanand, Professor of CSE Department, to deliver an introductory speech on the chief guest. Welcome, sir.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, faculty, staffs, delegates from various colleges, and my dear students, good morning everyone, and welcome to our second international conference AAIMB 2024. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our management, honorable correspondent sir, beloved principal sir, and the respected HOD CSE for giving me this opportunity to introduce our chief guest today. It is my pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Sri Krishna Balagunathan, who has graciously accepted our invitation and took time of the day to be with us. We are honored to have Sri Krishna Balagunathan with us today to share their insights and experience with us. Sri Krishna Balagunathan, the director of the Early Career Programs at XR and Chief Mavericks Mentor, brings extensive expertise and a wealth of experience to his role, holding a bachelor's degree in Information Technology from Annamalai University, Chidambaram, and a Master of Science in Computer Science from Middlesex University, London, UK. He has nearly 2 decades of experience in the IT industry. He started his professional career with Vector Mobile as a system engineer, and then he moved to XR Technologies. Throughout his career, he has excelled in various capacities, including business director consulting, practice and solution leader, program manager, senior program manager, project lead, software engineer. As a project lead software engineer, he has managed multiple QA projects for various customers and client location in Germany, Australia and USA. As a program manager, he was responsible for the overall delivery of a leading corporate bank customers and also responsible for process consulting, setting up center of excellence, overall transition management, process harmonization and complete testing initiatives from offshore. As a senior program manager, he successfully managed large engagements with good knowledge of customer management, transition management, process consulting, managing multiple key initiatives. He focused on building new age solutions like autonomous testing, ID2E framework, focusing on integrated design to execution offerings. He drove firming and account mining initiatives. He led due diligence activities such as strategy consulting, portfolio analysis, process and tool consulting to drive efficiency in business. In his current position, he oversees the hiring, training, allocation and engagement of Mavericks Exavis campus graduate program. As a seasoned mentor, he positively influenced and guided over 8,000 aspiring talents in the IT sector. His global travels to more than 20 countries have broadened his perspective, enhancing his mentoring skills. Particularly renowned among campus graduates, he passionately nurtures them to become exemplary corporate citizens, contributing significantly to their professional growth and development. He has successfully completed various licenses and certifications, including associate certifications, Insurance Shoe 10.0, Analyst, Conform IQ Creator, Green Belt, Certified Scrum Master, IBM Rational Robot Professional, etc. As Maya Angelou, an American poet, once said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Okay, like that, it is to share some of the volunteering service and philanthropic activities of our chief guest. During his UG studies, he acted as General Secretary of Computer Science Engineering Department, Annamalai University. He served as a leader in the NSS, Annamalai University chapter for 4 years. He was also a member of the professional societies like CSI, CSE, etc. He acted as steward at Lord's Cricket Ground, London during his PG studies. During the college itself, he started doing some volunteer services like polio awareness camps, blood donation camps, free eye checkup camps, village adoption camps, health awareness rallies, public speaking, personality development sessions in the government schools. During his stay in North America, he served as a volunteer in Federation of Tamil Sangams, like participation in the annual convention, support for Tamil studies, and annual funding for disaster relief work, etc. Through FETNA, it is an umbrella organization of Tamil Sangams that functions within the North American continent. He also volunteering for charitable causes directly concerning the welfare of the Tamil community living throughout the world. As a motivational speaker and soft skill mentor, he has delivered various guest lectures at various colleges to motivate students and help them upskill. He is doing this as his passion. He has achieved great in this field and has significantly contributed to the community and society. His achievements and dedication to the work serves as a great inspiration to all of us, sir. Thank you again for being with us today, sir. We are honored to have you with us, sir. A very warm welcome to all the dignitaries. Thank you, one and all. Thanks for the opportunity given. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It is with deep gratitude and appreciation that we extend our heartfelt thanks to our guests for graciously accepting our invitation to join us today. Without further ado, we would like to invite Shri Balagurunadan sir to the stage to share his insights, wisdom and perspective with us.
தேடிச்சோரிடம் நின்று பல சின்னஞ்சிறு கதைகள் பேசி மனம் வாடி துன்பம் மிக உழன்று நரைகூடி கிழப்பருவம் மீது கொடுங் கூற்றுக்கு இறையனமாயும் பல வேடிக்கை மனிதரைப் போல் நான் வீழ்வேன் என்று நினைத்தாயோ. தமிழுக்கும் என் முண்டாசு கவிக்கும் என் முதல் வணக்கம். Thank you, sir. That was the detailed introduction I ever received in any stage. So thank you so much. You know, it felt like I'm going through a movie of my own life in the last 5-6 minutes. Thank you so much. Respected Chairman, sir. I think his vision had made this possible institution to be alive with such a positive energy around here. I just want to thank the correspondent, sir, for having me here today. I want to thank the principal, sir, for having me here today. I want to thank the guest of honor for today, Dhanlakshmi ma'am. We had a very brief session today. Thank you so much for being with us today. My dear teaching faculty, professors and lecturers of this college and from other colleges, as well as my dear student friends, a very warm good morning to all of you. Amarnath sir, எதுவும் தெரியும் சொல்றவங்க நமக்கு இதெல்லாம் போல இருக்கு, தெரியாதுன்னு சொல்றவங்க தான் நம்ம போல நினைக்கிறேன். நான் ரொம்ப தைரியமா AAIMB தானே டெக்னிக்கல் யாருக்கும் தெரியாத பேசிடலாம். ஒரு 5 minutesல என்னோட 24 years of AAIMB tenure தும்சமாக்கிட்டீங்க. Thank you so much sir. நீங்க அப்படி பேசினதால நான் பாரதியார் கவிதைலாம் சொல்ல வேண்டியதாயிடுச்சு. இல்லாட்டி நான் பாட்டு வந்து how to use AAIMB based on my experience when I was in New York அப்படின்னு ஏதாவது விட்டு போயிடலாம்னு நினைச்சேன். சரி இவரு பேசிட்டாரு, நம்ம ஏதாவது சொல்லி கவர் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா as always நம்மளுக்கு தமிழ் இருக்கு, பாரதியார் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு கவிதை சொல்லிட்டேன் சார். So I want to, I think 15 minutes now. I want to spread this 15 minutes into 3 groups or category. One is I want to double click on AAIMB, how we use AAIMB, right? Because that's the need of the hour. Right? That's what this conference is all about. For 5 minutes, for a few people, you would have heard something. For a few people, it will be like little recon landing, little bouncers. It's okay. Right? I still want to touch upon where the world is. Right? The second 5 minutes, I want to give some, because I see a good mixture of staff, the teaching fraternity here as well as students here. So the next 5 minutes I want to give my 2 cents on what is that we are looking for from the students and how you can help the students. Right? The last 5 minutes is my favorite cohort. Right? I want to talk to the students what they really need to do as part of whichever year you are in, third year, final year, what will make you really successful in a corporate. So that's on an overview I thought I should cover in 3 different spectrums here today. First, so let me focus on AAIMB. It's a bus. Yes, Gen A is a bus now. Everybody is talking about it. Bad thing about this is nobody knows what it is all about to an extent. We are getting our hands dirty, we are trying, exploring, all that. But I'm a positive person, right? That's a good thing also. Right? I've been in the industry for 20 years. Gen A is equally new to me also. Correct? So it's everywhere. It's kind of reaching its peak. Let me tell you some 3-4 use cases based on my experience. In my 20 years of tenure, I've managed multiple accounts, banking customers, lived in Manhattan, New York, taking care of, let's say, a 6 million account for Excelware. I had some 400 Excelware is working for me. If I have to do the same job now with the help of AAIMB, I need only 20 people to work. I don't need 400 people to work, right? So let's say it's a bank, correct? So many transactions, so many feed files coming in, the various, we call it as upstream, which comes to the bank, right? For example, what's today's Forex? Right? Bank don't determine the Forex, right? It comes from a different third party, right? Which is approved third party. I get a feed file from them, I use them in my bank. Correct? Based on which I do some math calculation, all that. Then I give that something to my downstream systems also. There are certain subset of banks which rely on my feed also. Right? So assume myself as a bank here today. Forex is one good. Certain, let's say, credit score of the customers. Correct? I might have 1 lakh customers in my bank, right? The credit scores change for those customers also. I again get from a different third party. Correct? I have them in my bank. I give that, I do slice and dice, that in my dashboard, then give it back, to my downstream systems also. So a project of 400 consultants working in, especially, the topic for, or the theme for the conference is how we use AAIML for big data processing, correct? I used to have millions of records in my database, correct? Forget about the production, right? I have millions of data in my staging environment, in my UAT, in my SIT environment. SIT, UAT is like user acceptance testing, system integration testing. We have various environments like that. So I used 400 people to process some 40, 50 different upstreams coming to the bank and giving some another 40, 50 downstreams taking feed from the bank. Using AI, as I said, that will drastically come down to 20 people using it. So that's the boom, that's the era, that's the age we are living in, correct? Being a, let's say, a software giant, like for example, we do have a revenue cut, right? So 1.3 billion is our last year revenue. Obviously, every service industry will have a 15% target for next year, correct? So which means from my 1.3 or 1.4 billion, I have to make it to 1.6 or 7 billion next year. That's my target. But with AI, actually it's going to come down, correct? So we are finding ways how to redeploy those 380 people, 350 people in some of the projects, correct? And also, people who can work on those AML technologies will be those 20, 30 going to work continuously in those projects, correct? So that's the need of the hour. So get onto the bus, don't shy away being a spectator of this AML bus. Get into the bus, make sure that you are also learning along with the veterans in the industry who are also equally learning with you. I told you a very complex use case, right? So let's talk about a simple use case. I was in Las Vegas for a AWS conference. We had a rock band in the 1980s coming and performing there, correct? So let's say, those dancers and musicians are from 1980s. During 1980, they were in their prime 20s and 30s years of age. But using AI, using AR, VR, we were able to mimic them with the same lip sync, lip movement, even the hair movement, body gestures, dance movements, everything exactly the same, correct? Look of how good that will be, correct? It's like, MGR and Jayalalitha is coming and dancing in front of you for a 1970s song, correct? That's the use case you all are working on now. While traveling today, I saw a video where AI is actually playing a violin, correct? Based on the notes, given as a feed to them, correct? That's the world, we are living in now, correct? Companies like us, I have 32,000 employees in Exavera. If I want to do a performance management system for them, I don't need to go to their managers anymore, right? I can give their piece of code, whatever they have written last year, give that to AI. AI will tell me, okay, Krishna Balagurunathan had written 16,000 lines of code and had produced 20 production P1 defects and created another 40 P2 defects, which costed Exavera $2,000 to fix all those defects. All that will come from AI. Considering all this, give him 5 rating out of 10. முன்னெல்லாம் நம்ம சொல்லுவோம் மேல இருக்கோம் பார்த்துப்பான் எல்லாத்தையும் அப்படின்னு, ரைட்? இப்போ எல்லாத்தையும் AI பார்த்துக்குது, right? So we don't need managers or program managers anymore, correct? அப்போ நீ ரொம்ப நல்லவன் சொல்றானா உன் டேட்டா அப்படி சொல்லலையே, உன் AI different சொல்லுது. You are saying you are the rock star in the team, but AI shows a different answer for it. That's how the use cases started implementing even our in-house processes and procedures. We do. Forget about project management system or a performance management system, correct? We use AI even for safe space, right? For example, look of our SA engineering college here now, right? We have 3,000, 4,000 students, right? In the campus, student can actually talk to a correspondent, right? Telling, I like this professor very much, right? He or she is doing very well. On the other side also, I don't like this professor very much, right? Without exposing their identity. So chairman and the correspondent and the principal, everybody will get to know there is an anonymous student from the campus talking about it, to them in the campus without exposing their identity. That's another brilliant use case of using AML. So we have just implemented this, in our campus now. Huge success, correct? Because most of the time it is a fear, if I say this, they will judge me, they will think, okay, I'm doing this, all that. The moment you are able to kind of encrypt and decrypt without even the senior most officials in a particular organization know, that's the brilliance of AML in the current industry, correct? I think that's it. I can talk about even 10 other use cases, but let me leave it there and focus to the second group now, right? what you can tell your students to work on this AML, correct? Don't train them just for a subject on AML, right? Train them for what world problem they can solve, correct? Give examples like, let's say, Bhavesh Agarwal, right, who was one among the engineering student, let's say 7 or 8 years before. Now he's a co-founder for Ola, correct? What made him to be different? Look at the Sridhar Vembus of the world, Sundar Pichais of the world. What world problem they tried to solve? Don't make them study only to clear assessment or, let's say, to place in a software company. That should not be the goal, correct? I use this as an example. I used to run for marathons. Though I don't look like one, but I have finished some 6, 7 marathons in the last 1 year. Right? So marathon requires some 6, 7, 8 months of preparation in order to cross that 42 kilometers in 4 hours or 5 hours, whatever is it, right? So if you make them to solve a world problem, right? So you decide, you see, like, there is no bus app for college, how you can create a bus app. If most of you are coming in car, how you can create a ride share app, how you can create some app for the lab usage, how you can create something, like how you can solve a world problem, correct? I don't know whether you guys are following, so many opportunities for us in the startup industry right now, correct? It all starts with a thought, what world problem can I solve, correct? That will make them to work on a technology, that will make them to create a business case, that will make them to create what is the ROI if we implement this, what is the group we are catering into, that will make them to come and present those ideas in forums like this, in hackathons, any competition you take. That will make them to prepare to run for 42 kilometers, right? Then sitting for a placement is like, we need people who can run 1 kilometer. Correct? If Accelerate comes for a placement, we need somebody of energy or trained person who can run only 1 kilometer. So think of from a student's perspective. Right? They were trying to run 42 kilometers, correct? They will run effortlessly, hands down, this 1 kilometer, right? Which means they are just using 5% of what they have got trained on, right? What is their potential of. So train your students to think big, right? To imagine big. Right? Don't tell placement as their destination, as their end goal. Don't do that, right? So prepare them for a marathon, let them, get placed eventually, even if they are not able to solve a world problem, correct? So that's my, 2 cents for the teachers and professors here, who are dealing with those Gen Z kids now. So then come back to the students. All this is okay, sir. What should I do in order to get placed? Work on 3 things. We will talk about Gen A, AML, data science, and I saw CSE is one of the unit we have here. All this is fine, right? So this is the group which said mainframe is the best technology in avionics there 20 years ago. They trained us on mainframe saying that's going to be the future. Now nobody is using it. The only thing in IT or technology is changing environment, changing skill sets, changing technologies. All we need to look for is, are you willing to unlearn what you already learned and relearn or newly learn something which is there in the market now, correct? So whomever we trained on, let's say, mainframe, we are not letting them go. So we have now trained them on, let's say, Java full stack development. If they are good in Python, train them on Python, then move them to Gen A, move them to whatever automation innovations we want to do. So all you need is 3 things to get placed in a company. Right? So the third is your whatever the unlearning, relearning, all that, your technology skill set, what you're studying. The second, one step above all this is the communication, right? If you get an opportunity like this, come and present your thoughts, right? Don't shy away from presenting your thoughts. It might be bad, but it's okay. Don't be a spectator anymore, right? Start being a player. Get yourself into that group. So please make sure you are participating in it. So your communication, gone are the days where speaking English itself is considered as a communication, right? Now your nephews and nieces in your family, 5-year-old, following YouTube video will be able to speak better communication than you, even with US accent. Correct? So that's where the world we are living in. So don't think speaking English itself is considered as a communication, right? How good your thoughts are, how is your storytelling, right? You are able to do a business justification for it. There is a USP to it. All that. So that comes with practice. Please make sure you are presenting your thoughts in n number of forums to be having an upper hand in your communication skill set. So third is your technology skill set, second is your communication, and the first most and the foremost in my mind, I hire close to 2,000 students every day. In my mind, I hire them for attitude. Hire for attitude and train for skill set. So that's our hiring strategy. So please make sure that you are able to envision, help others, to be the best person in the class, to be the best, leader in the class, to be the team lead in your projects, right? So focus more on your, attitude, right? So me and ma'am were talking about the upbringing also, because it has to do more with your upbringing, right? How your family, treat you, how your friends treat you, how your, college staffs treat you, all that. So please make sure you are the best when it comes to attitude. So we hire for students with best attitude, above average communication, even below average skill set is okay for us, right? We'll be able to train them on the skill set, but it's very tough for us to train them on, let's say, attitude. So that's my quick takeaway for the students joining in. And while I talked about AML, while I talked about what students should do, all that, only one philosophy in life, right? So I always stick to that particular philosophy, right? How you can be happy, right? Be very selfish about your happiness. Okay? So for example, Exaware, the philosophy or our purpose is to create smiles through great people and technology. We are not saying since we make 1.4 billion as a revenue, we want to create smiles through great technology and people. No, it's always people first, correct? So please make sure you all are very happy in whatever you are doing. As my mentor always says, the power of faith you have on object depends on the power of faith you have on that object, correct? In other words, the power of object you have faith on depends on the power of faith you have on that object. So you all keep faith on your happiness and on your confidence skills. I'm very sure you all will really come up well in whatever endeavors we do in future. So with that, I just want to thank the entire SA fraternity for having me here today. It's such a blissful morning to address all of you today. Thank you so much, and let's create smiles all over. Thank you.
Once again, thank you for enlightening speech and for being a part of our event, sir. Now we request Mr. Balakrishnan, Associate Professor of CSE, to deliver an introductory speech on the guest of honor. Welcome, sir.
Good morning, everyone. It's an immense privilege for me to stand before you today and introduce our esteemed guest of honor, Srimati Dhanalakshmi, whose remarkable career and dedication to public service have made her a true leader and inspiration. It is with great pleasure that we introduce today esteemed chief guest Srimati Dhanalakshmi, a distinguished officer of the 1995 batch of the Central Secretariat Service, currently serving as the Joint Secretary in the Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi, since January 5, 2023. Srimati Dhanalakshmi brings with her a wealth of experience in public and administration. Before her current role at the Department of Science and Technology, she served as Joint Secretary at the National Commission for Minorities, New Delhi, from October 4, 2019. Prior to that, she made significant contributions as the Director at the Ministry of Minority Affairs, Government of India, New Delhi. A computer engineer by training, Srimati Dhanalakshmi completed her B.Tech in Computer Science and Engineering from Periyar Maniamai College of Technology, Tanjavur in 1992. She initially served as a lecturer at the same institution before qualifying for the prestigious Civil Services Examination in 1993 and joining the Government of India in 1995. With extensive experience in the minority welfare sector, she has been instrumental in shaping policies and initiatives since 2014. In addition to her expertise in this field, she has also gained valuable field experience, having served as the Executive Director of the National Fisheries Development Board for 3 years and as the Regional Director of the Central Board of Film Certifications for 4 years in Hyderabad. Her contribution extends to rural development, where she served for 7 years as the Registrar and Director of Administration at the National Institute of Rural Development, Hyderabad. Srimati Dhanalakshmi also boasts extensive administrative experience, having worked for 8 years in the Central Public Works Department in Hyderabad. Her diverse background and rich experience across various sectors make her a truly exceptional leader, and we are honored to have her with us today. Please join me in welcoming Srimati Dhanalakshmi, a true beacon of excellence in governance, leadership and service to the nation. We look forward to her words of wisdom and inspiration, and we are grateful for her presence with us today. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. As we gather here to share ideas, explore new perspectives and build meaningful connections, we are deeply grateful to have Srimati A. Dhanalakshmi ma'am with us to guide us through this journey. It is our great pleasure to invite her to the stage to deliver the guest of honor's address.
Respected dignitary on the dais, Amarnath Garu, the chairman of the CSE engineering group, the principal, and Mr. Balagurunathan, and the correspondent, Dr. Geeta, and my dear friend Anuradha. We have been friends since 1987. Yeah, and the dignitaries of the dais, the mentors, gurus, and the leaders of tomorrow, the lecturers over here, and my dear friends and students who are the pillar of the India. You are the Vikshit Bharat which the Pradhan Mantri is dreaming about. And a very good morning to all of you. It's indeed a great pleasure and honor for me to be among you all today and speak about artificial intelligence and machine learning and its role in big data processing. Like throughout our career, day in and day out, we have been doing something like mentoring people, helping them learn something. What is learning? What is intelligence? Anybody from the audience? Can anybody define intelligence? Intelligence is something which starts with learning. You learn something, you understand it, what it means, and then you think over it, and then finally you create something, which is human intelligence. We do that. Like when a new child is born, how do we introduce languages and things to them? A small ball, something which is round and which is bouncy, it's a ball. You teach them the first thing. Later, the child sees a balloon and thinks, okay, this is also round, this is also bouncing, I call it a ball. No, you correct him. No, this is not a ball. This flies. This is light and fluffy. It flies. So it's a balloon. Then the child sees the moon. When you take him out, says, this is also round. This is also looking like a ball. Can I call it a ball? No, it's not a ball. It's out of reach. It shines. It gives light. That is moon. So this is how incrementally we learn, teach. Artificial intelligence is nothing but the incremental teaching which we keep doing day in and day out. All of us do artificial intelligence daily. Machine, when it starts doing this, when machine starts learning, when machine understands your language, your things, and the machine starts thinking, how do I optimize this? And the machine, when it starts to create things, it's artificial intelligence. Very simple. You need not go to study college to study artificial intelligence. As our chairman rightly said, he is a better propagandist for the artificial intelligence than any of us who have been sitting in the government and doing. He rightly said, if you can make my business successful with some technology, then that is artificial intelligence. The machine is thinking much better than the human being and delivering much faster results. That's what I think. He had a classic example where the Ashok Leyland people, outsiders, they think only about coding. And mind you, all the people who are sitting here and dreaming that I will become a great software engineer one day, you need not do any coding for us. We have ChatGPT or open operating system software. I given instructions to the machine saying, I need a program, I need a program to be created for a self-driving car. Tak, 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 tak. I just give them instructions. What kind of program do you want? What is the input I am giving? I am going to give to that program, and what is the output I am expecting? In 90s, when we were learning programming in computer engineering, we used to have an algorithm. If this is a condition, yes, this, no, this. You all remember? I think those people in the end who are the students may not have gone through this algorithm before creating a program, like a flowchart. So, same, the machine gets into takes the input from you. It has senses like us. Like how do we start thinking, talking, feeling? We have 5 senses. We have a 6th sense. The 6 senses are artificial intelligence. The 5 senses like smelling, talking, touching and feeling, hearing, smelling. All these are the 5 senses. The system has, like if you any of you have traveled to California Bay Area, nowadays we have this self-driven cars. We don't need a driver. Uber and Ola has revolutionized traveling in every corner of the world. Before this Uber and Ola, when we used to go to airport at 6 o'clock in the morning, if we have to get a 6:30 flight, I used to call my taxi stand. That fellow will say, or my driver. The driver will say, don't worry madam, your flight is at 6, I'll be at your home at 4 o'clock and ring your bell. 4 over, 4:15 over, the driver will not respond. You keep calling him. No response. Your BP will be racing. You will be making alternative plans in case I miss the flight. How do I go to this place again? But now, at the click of the button, the vehicle comes. And more advanced in those Bay areas, you have the self-driven vehicles. You download the app, click the location where you are, you say that you got to go to University of San Diego, and then tell your location. The vehicle locates you. You need not say right lelo, kone mein turn. The vehicle will identify your location through your GPS location. It will come to you. And then the vehicle will open the door and it will verify whether you are the person who has booked. You have to give some OTP or whatever, and then it decides. It tells, you decide where you have to go. You feed the information that I want to go to such and such location. After that, there are so many hurdles in the way. How did the vehicle sense those hurdles? If a dog comes, it will measure the height, width and the structure. So it's a dog. So to avoid an accident with this dog, I have to maneuver this side. If a man comes, from the height, from the movement, pace of the movement, the speed at which he is coming, the vehicle senses that a man is approaching me, so I have to turn this side. Or this much is the degree at which I have to maneuver myself to avoid a collision with this man. If a horse comes, the vehicle will not say, sorry, the dog was this height, so I could see, the man was this height, I could see, but the horse is much higher than this, I can hit it and go. No, the machine will sense the height and the features and the structure, decide that it has to. So now tell me, are all the aspects of human senses being done by the machine now? Yes or no? And if there is an accident, you can't blame anybody. At least you have a driver to blame in a driver vehicle. But if there is an accident, you can't. The software developer who has made the car will say, no, it's none of my business. The system, the car fellow will say, no, the software was running the vehicle, mine is only the hardware. And the owner will say, no, I don't have anything, the technology is sold by so and so. So, now, life has become very easy because of this machine learning. It has processed so many data, so many use case scenarios to arrive at such conclusions. Like, a man of 20 years experience, a driver of 20 years experience, would take a smart move, take a turn to estimate all this with the coding. The machine has taken a decision. Do you think this is how AI will make our life easy, artificial intelligence? And how much data it has processed to come to that conclusion? Innumerable use cases. I will give you another typical example of using AI to make life easy. Have you ever heard of telemedicines? In India, for 2 lakh people, we have 1 doctor. We have very less scarcity of doctor. Of course, thanks to people like our correspondent, you have so many engineering colleges spread across the country. Length and breadth, we supply engineers to the entire world, not only to India. Most of the successful engineers in the entire world is from India. I don't have to name, but we have Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, and this Bhavesh Agarwal, who was the founder of the Uber and Ola. He was a student of IIT Bombay, and he went to, there is an innovation hub, T-Hub in IIT Bombay. The funding is given by Government of India. The professors over there who manage the T-Hub should promote this startup. So when this guy went with this concept, the team, like Shark Tank, what you see, to make things easy for you, like Shark Tank, what you see, there was a team of professors who evaluated this concept of Pro, whether this his idea will work or not. No, your idea will not work, we will not fund. That fellow came, my present secretary Abhay Karandikar was the director of IIT Mumbai at that point of time. That fellow came and started crying with the director. I have such a good concept of Ola, I think. But this fellow sitting there, old traditional professor sitting over there, they have rejected. But my professor said, don't worry, you have a good future, you don't lose hope. You continue with your school. Just because these people said your idea is not worth investment, don't stop. You will get better investors and you will certainly. So that kind of mentorship helped him, and today Ola is the best automated app which anybody can. I don't think anybody in this room has never tried Ola. Is there anybody who has never tried a taxi through these apps? No. If it's not Uber, it is not Ola, you have any other local app, but you have your own driver and vehicle. You have also drive. That's great. So, revolutioning the way people live. I call this theory leapfrog theory. I'll give you an example. When this Robert Mugabe, the person, TV, they wanted to revolutionize the TRP ratings of Indian television. He came all the way from Australia and sat in a meeting like this. 10 people have been assembled, all experts in TV field. Said we'll have one program called Kaun Banavega Lakpati. This Lakpati program, the general TRP rating for any quiz program handled by our Siddharth Basu or whatever. We have 2 veterans who always handle quiz programs in India. So the maximum TRP rating is 2.5. This guy who has come all the way from Australia to India for investing in a television, he said, nonsense, 2.5? You have called me all the way from Australia? No. Think big. They said, okay, we'll make it 4.5. Said, no. Don't waste my time and energy and my investment. I've come all the way. I am looking at something big. He said, what is the highest TV program ever in any part of the world? Somebody said, nobody had that idea also, nobody thought about that, but they have come well dressed for the meeting too, because we think for going to meeting we should be well presentable, but we don't think we should brush our brains before going to any meeting. So that guy saw 46 is the highest TRP in any world. Google is there nowadays in the hand. They Googled, found out that some program has 46. He said, I want to achieve this 46 TRP. Now, I am ready to invest any much money, how much ever money you want. I am ready to bring any technology you want. But I will not compromise on this 40-60. This is called leapfrog thinking technology. You break the shackles. Think 10x into 10. For those young guys who are sitting there, don't think after here I have to get into a software job, earn 40,000 and buy a EMI flat or a car. Think 10 times. Think how can I make 400 crores after coming out of this. Think how can I make a bungalow on the beach with 4,000 square yards. Okay? Thinking 10x. Then somebody told with Siddhartha Basu more than 4 or 5 we cannot. So, if we rope in Amitabh Bachchan, that can be possible. People started laughing. He's a mad guy. Amitabh Bachchan, what he has? No. The Robert told, okay, if there is something this boy has thought, let him go with this. Why don't we try Amitabh Bachchan? Okay, he has taken risk. Amitabh Bachchan is good at acting. But he has never hosted a, what do you call, quiz show. But this fellow said, okay, why don't we try? Amitabh Bachchan, after that ABC Corporation's failure, was in a very bad financial condition. So these people went and asked, why don't you host our... Initially he said, no, sorry, I am an actor, I can do... Maximum I can do some advertisement for your quiz program, but I cannot host a quiz show. But they said, no. How much ever money you want? If you are charging 5 lakhs for a show, we will give you 50 lakhs. But do it. When the man is in need of money, Pasital Puliyum Pulsing. He also started eating grass. He said, okay, let me try. What is he going to lose? He is anyway gaining 50 lakhs. And already he is in a very rock bottom of his career. He is not having much of the movies. So he said, let me also try. So this Kaun Banega Crorepati revolutionized Indian TRP. Though we did not receive 46, we received 38. That's the highest ever TRP at that point of time. And it revolutionized Amitabh Bachchan's career. He became a versatile person. So always thinking in a straight jacket. Today I will do this, tomorrow I will do this. Incremental thinking, stop doing that. Think big, students and teachers. Encourage your children to become Bhavish Agarwal, not an ordinary person. And students start thinking big, don't think small. The moment you think small, as he said, your marathon capacity becomes 1 kilometer capacity. If you start thinking high, your marathon capacity becomes 40. So I'm digressing from my AA, but I thought when students are around, I would like them to be innovators and government cannot employ all of you. Neither do all these private sector people can employ all of you. You have to generate employment by yourself. You have to become startups who can employ another 20 young kids who are coming out of the college and give them employment. That is my giveaway for the students and my teachers. I kindly request you, help them and encourage them to think more. Now coming to the AA, I am in the Department of Science and Technology. I can tell you some of the fields in which AI, machine learning and big data processing has helped us solve complex user problems in a fair way. First thing is, have you ever heard of drone DGs? Drone technology, one young child from University IIT Delhi, she came to us for funding for a startup. And in government, we have liberal and generous funding for startups. Though the entire world is having recession, where we have fund crunches everywhere else, but Government of India has this one policy: fund as many startups as possible, boost as many innovations as possible. Because that is the future. If I want to invest in my future, if I want a Vikshit Bharat, if I want Bharat to be Vishwaguru, I want every one of you here to be an innovator, to be a startup manager, not an employed person. Okay, so government said always be liberal. So two girls from IIT Delhi came to us saying we are planning to make drones. Why don't you fund us? So we gave their concept. We have nine stages before the product is marketed in the market. You call us TRL stages. So in the first three stages they had their own funding, parents' money. They have crossed the third stage, they came to me. I said, okay, young girls, first of all, we are thinking out of the box. Girls always go to software. They have come to make drones. We said, okay, we will give you as much money as you want. But ensure that within the next 5 years, you refund the money back. And then you said, you employ 20, that is the condition. 20 people, at least 20 people you have to employ, and you have to do. These two girls, within a 5-year gap, has put India on the highest drone manufacturing country in the world map. Earlier, China had 680 drones. That was the highest number of drones in the world a country had for defense purpose. These young ladies made drones so affordable and so fastly they made drones that we today have 5,800 drones which can be flown to China, Pakistan, anywhere in the world. We have high-range drones also, and these drones carry cameras in them. And these two girls were behind. Have you ever heard people who have the habit of reading newspaper know that there was a hands-on fight between India and Chinese soldiers in the border of Arunachal? These girls' drone was put in the border of India-China, and these drones sent pictures to the military headquarters saying there are movement of Chinese soldiers near the Indian border. We did not have time to send machinery or weapons to them. The Indian soldiers at the border, they were all Punjabi soldiers who were very hefty built, Jat log. So they said ki there is an impending threat, you start handling them. With manual pressure only, we could control and stop Chinese insertion into India, and Chinese soldiers were beaten black and blue, and some of them died also. They never tried to have a manual fight with India after that, till today. Chinese people have now understood India is no more a place where you can meddle with them. Nowadays in BRICS, they are coming to us with partnership ideas. Earlier, in any meetings, I used to say, they represent India in international, I used to lead teams of scientists for international meetings. Earlier, Chinese will say, if India is present, there was a G20 meeting in India. This Chinese fellow said they did not attend. They'll say, Poona kanna mudichittu paal kudichaduna பால் குடிக்கலங்கிறத அது நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கு யாரும் பார்க்கலன்னு ஆனா எல்லாரும் பார்க்கறாங்க அந்த மாதிரி Chinese when there was a G20 meeting in India last year, you must have all remembered, it was all over the country, it was like a festival. Chinese did not come, except Chinese, all other countries came. And in the next meeting which happened in Brazil, China is saying we will not take cognizance of the minutes of the decisions taken in the Indian meeting. That was the condition earlier, but today in BRICS they are saying, why don't you invite us? We'll become a partner. When I was studying for civil service, India was considered one of the developing countries. Today India is one among the developed countries. Top 3 countries mein, first, okay, USA has its legacy. Second, China, because of its sheer population or whatever. Third, because of intelligence, both human and artificial, India is one among the top 3 developed economies in the world. And the contributors are all of you sitting over here. Not people like us who are making decisions for you, but people like you who have put your sweat and blood in innovating things, doing things on the ground and bringing it to a top forum. Okay? So these drones were made, and these two ladies, they have all the loans they have taken from the government of India, from bank, they have all. Now they have 5,000 employees, and they have made drones for all over the India. Ambani wedding, there was a display of 5,000 drones. That was these people's drone. and they are in a position to sell drones to less endowed countries like South Africa, Brazil, and other countries who don't have this range. So the thinking, the technology, the skill set is what matters. And these drone disease, we have trained agricultural field mein, spraying of pesticides is such a harmful, people who are agriculturists will know that. It's very harmful to spray pesticides. So we have trained ladies in the villages of Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh. They will take 500 rupees per acre from the farmer, and we have taught them. They are uneducated ladies. They are not engineers. They are not MS from USA. They are uneducated village ladies staying locally. We have trained them. They will go to your field with a small laptop, and then they will have a small drone. They will add the fertilizers or whatever pesticides into the drone, and they will control. This is a small machine learning we taught them, and they are successfully implementing so many acres of land is being sprayed with fertilizers by these drone dinis. Government is subsidizing, but very minuscule amount, but the effort is maximum. This is what AI can do. Apart from that, Government of India is funding one large language model, Bharat Gen. Have anybody heard about it? We are funding IIT Delhi, some 3 professors are making this large language model. Anybody from India, have you ever heard about Umang portal? If you have not heard, please go home and check your mobile for Umang portal. It will provide you all services which Government of India gives at one step. If you want to locate the nearest ration shop, you can go to Umang portal. If you want to enroll for Aadhaar, you can go to Umang. If you want to enroll for PAN card, you can go to Umang portal. If you want to file an IT, if you want to file a GST, you want to locate the nearest GST, if you want to go to a government doctor, or if you want to find the nearest medical shop where you get generic drugs at low price, everything is available in one portal called Umang portal. It's a unified portal where all services given by Government of India, old age pension, scholarship for children, subsidy for education, subsidy for agriculture, everything is available under one platform, Umang portal. Please do have a look at it. That will revolutionize the way you think about the government and revolutionize the way you live your own life. You need not go and stand in line for any service from government after you start using that Umang portal. Bharat Gen is a large language model where you can ask questions in your local language. India is such a country, every 100 kilometers you have a different dialect, different slang. And every 1,000 kilometers the language itself changes. This Bharat Gen is similar to your Google or Meta search engine, but it will provide information in your local language. Tamil நம்ம பேசுறோம், மதுரைக்காரங்க பேசுற தமிழுக்கும் இந்த சென்னையில் what do you call வண்ணாரப்பேட்டையில் இருக்கிறவங்க பேசுகிற தமிழுக்கும் சென்னை ப்ராப்பரில் இருக்கிறவங்க அண்ணா நகரில் இருக்கிறவங்க பேசுகிற தமிழுக்கும் திருநெல்வேலிக்காரங்க பேசுகிற தமிழுக்கும் சேலம்காரங்க பேசுகிற தமிழுக்கும் எவ்வளோ டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் இருக்குது. This language, large language module can identify your language in your slang. நீங்கள் நாளைக்கு போய் அந்த ஆப்பில் ஓப்பன் பண்ணி எல்எல்எம் பாரத் ஜென் ஆப் ஓப்பன் பண்ணி நீங்கள் நான் ஒரு விவசாயி, எனக்கு ஒரு 3 ஏக்கர் லேண்ட் இருக்குது, நான் இதில் திராட்சை பழம் விளைவிக்கலான்னு நினைக்கிறேன், எனக்கு என்ன வேணும்னா the artificial intelligence will prompt you எத்தனை ஏக்கர் லேண்ட் இருக்குது, தண்ணி வசதி எப்படி இருக்குது உன் லேண்டில், மழை எப்படி இருக்குது இந்த வருஷம், எந்த மாதிரி சாயில் டைப் உங்ககிட்ட இருக்குது, ஸோ இதில் நீ எந்த மாதிரி திராட்சையை விளைவிக்க போகிற தமிழில் கேட்குதுங்க. ஐ ஹேட் அ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஹேண்ட் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். நீ எந்த மாதிரி திராட்சை, நான் சீட்லெஸ்ஸாக சீடா, தென் இட் கிவ்ஸ் சீடு இந்த இடத்துல வாங்கு, பெஸ்ட் குவாலிட்டி சீடு கிடைக்கும், அதுக்கப்புறம் இத்தனை வாட்டி தண்ணி கட்டணும், இத்தனை வாட்டி நீ கலப்பெடுக்கணும், அந்த கலப்பெடுக்கிறதுக்கு இந்த மருந்து யூஸ் பண்ணணும், அதுக்கப்புறம் நீ இதெல்லாம் ஃபாலோ பண்ணினா you will have the best harvest. அதுக்கப்புறம் உனக்கு எங்கே விற்றா உனக்கு வேலை, மார்க்கெட்டில் ஃபிஷ் மார்க்கெட்டிங் சிஸ்டம் ஐ மேட் மை செல்ஃப். ஃபிஷ்ஷஸ் நிறைய ஹார்வெஸ்ட் ஆகும் இல்லையா, அந்த போர்ட்டில் எங்கே அந்த ஃபிஷர்மேன் கொண்டு வரனா அங்கே பார்த்தீங்களா த்ரூவே ப்ரைஸஸ். ஏன்னா அவன் கெட்டு போகிறதுக்குள்ளே he has to dispose off and go away. Otherwise the hard work he has done to go into the sea and collect all this fish will be wasted. அது கெட்டு போச்சுன்னா because he doesn't have a technology to preserve it. த்ரூவே ப்ரைஸஸை கொடுக்குறான். நடுவில் நம்ம மிடில் மேன் இருக்கானே, he is making a killing. அவன் அங்கேருந்து எடுப்பான், அதை எடுத்துகிட்டு போய் அவன் ஃபேக்ட்ரியில் ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணுவான். He'll put ice, formalin, whatever technique, and he'll clean it and he'll sell it at, அங்கே வாங்கிறது 100 ரூபாய், இங்கே விற்கிறது 1000 ரூபாய். நடுவில் 900 ரூபாய் without any hard work going into the sea, facing the wrath of the sea, he is earning. But I have designed one model called some fish marketing software, where on a click of the button, all over India, any port of landing of the fish, you will know what is the price, nearest market, what is the price, how much quantity is available, the mobile number of the person who is selling that fish. Everything is available in that app. You can have to just, if you are a 5-star hotel man and you want to take 15 kg fish of a particular quality, you go into that fish market app, log in your location, you will get nearest fish markets are 4. In this market, this much is available at this price, this much is from 5 to 9. I have deployed boys all over the country who will collect the information and feed it into your tab. We have given 2 lakh, tabs to those boys. Given them 8,000 rupees salary. You do your job, you do your education, do everything. But 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening, come and collect the market information and feed it into the tab. Real time information available for everybody. That has revolutionized fish marketing in the world. People are not throwing fish after catching into the field because it is spoiled. So these are some of the very few large language models. You have to use Bharat Gen. And we have nowadays developed our own, equivalent of your Amazon platform, our own equivalent of your Google, and translation in language, we call it Bhashini portal. Earlier we used to use Google Translate. I don't know how many of you, we have this problem of Hindi in Delhi. Everywhere you have to speak in English, write in English, think in English, sleep in English, okay, in Hindi. So we had a tough time translating big content into Hindi, so we used to use Google Translate. These fellows took away the content of our data and misrepresented and presented it to our world. So we have decided we will have our own translation in that is called Bhashini, any Indian language, into any other language. We will translate. The result is we have the content within India. Now China will not get access to your internal information. USA will not. More than China, USA is stealing all your data. So with this few lines, I wish you all a very grand success in all your endeavors, and think 10x. Don't think 1x, 2x. Think much beyond your capacity. You will certainly achieve it. Only thing is it may take some more time. This Gen Z, they want everything within a minute. 2 minutes Maggi noodles. Don't go for 2 minutes Maggi noodles. Make your efforts and make a biryani for yourself. Thank you very much. Thank you for.
Thank you for your enlightening speech and for being a part of our event, ma'am. Now we request the dignitaries to stand together for group photo. I request all HODs to the dais. I request all faculties to come to the dais.
Thank you, everyone. We kindly request that all the participants make their way to their respective rooms for the next session after the tea break.